Hi, welcome back to Talk of the Town. And as we all know, fitness it's a big part of almost everybody's everyday life anymore. And with me today, I have StaceySaritelli. She's with Breakthrough Fitness down on the island. And Stacey, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us some stuff about what you do with the fitness down there at Breakthrough.
Well, I'm their group fitness director, which means I coordinate all their fitness programs on the schedule that we have about 35 classes a week. I'm an instructor, fitness instructor. I teach about 6 classes a week, and I'm also a personal trainer, and I'm doing this about 14 years.
Wow. Now, what do you find to be the most, I guess, the newer trend of working out? What are you finding to be the, I guess, promoting the better health?
Well, you're seeing a lot more, obviously, functional conditioning, which has been on a trend for a while. But high-intensity interval training, otherwise known as HIIT, is becoming huge. When you open up any magazine, you're still going to start reading about it. There's different forms. Tabata is a form of it. It's basically you're taking your body high and then recovering low. And how high and low it can vary on the type of interval training you're doing. And you can do it on machines, you can do it on the track, you can do it with plyometrics or stationary with weights. There's all different ways to do it. We have a class at Breakthrough on Tuesdays that I teach at 7 a.m. and it's an interval strength class, and we do different varieties of interval training.
So you're basically taking the heart rate very high, and then
recovering
allowing it to recover at very low, and then are you spiking it again?
Yes,
and so kind of a back and forth movement. Okay.
And you're seeing the shift with interval now is years ago they'd always go, okay, spike it for a little bit and then recover long. Now they're kind of doing variety where you spike it higher than you recover. Like I mentioned, Tabata, they do 20 seconds and then a 10-second recovery. The most I've seen anyone do Tabata is about 8 minutes because it's so intense.
Right.
You can also do, a 2-minute to 1. Sometimes you see the people that do that a lot on the stair climbers. They'll go high and then recover low. And, the idea is you go as hard as you can and then recover as low. The higher you go, the lower you recover.
Right.
So it's almost, it can be a little fun, too, because you can kind of play a game with it. And you shouldn't be able to do it for an hour. 25 minutes, 30 minutes is it.
You are working with Breakthrough, but do you also go into clients' homes? Because I know, as a beginner, when I was back beginning working out, it's intimidating going into a gym.
Mm-hmm. I go to a lot of, actually I've had a lot of home-based clients, and people even have come to me before. But yeah, there's a big group of people that just, I don't want to go in even that side of the gym. They might walk over to the ellipticals, but they don't want to go over to the weights. And with the way I train, most of the stuff is functional, full-bodied, free weights, balls, bands. What you have on you is what we're going to use. So you don't necessarily need to work in the gym. I have to say sometimes it's a lot better because you're in the mindset, and there are some cool things you can do, and it's easier to do it there.
Well, it's set up for that.
But I definitely do go to people's homes, and I have some clients I do like water fitness in their homes, and that's great because it's just more convenient for them.
Right.
And then a lot of my clients, they'll take some of my classes, and then I also train them at home too, so they have a variety.
Right.
They can do both, which is really what you should be doing. You should not just be training or with it. You should be incorporating classes and different varieties in your workout regimen, not just one.
What about men versus women? Do you find more men now working out with you since you are doing a lot more with the bands, with the weight? I mean, when I go into the gym, I see a lot more men working sort of the Insanity program or the
P90X,
the P90X program. So they're not even really lifting heavy weights anymore. They're doing a lot of toning and cardiovascular in a combination.
And they still do the conditioning, but you're seeing them shift. A lot of men shift away from okay, today I'm going to do back and buys. I mean, you see that shifting. They're realizing they have to strengthen their core, especially as they age. They're gaining weight, as these ex-athletes. They're in their mid-40s now, don't have the six-pack they used to when they were 20, and they're why, and they're realizing that they're not really pushing themselves as much. So, full body strengthening, conditioning, core stability, all that helps them age better, keeps their weight down, and overall, that's really, unless they're doing a bodybuilding show or they're really in this for the as a job, or that's the way they should be incorporating all those into their workout. So I'm starting to see a lot more men, and because that's the way I train, and they kind of are interested in it. And once you get one big guy that trims up, then the other ones go, wait, what's that? Maybe I'll do that.
And you do see more men taking classes now too, don't you?
I do. And again, because it's not the traditional aerobics,
Right.
You know, there's not as much. I mean, we do have step classes on our schedule, but it's a lot more conditioning, full body. There's spinning,
sculpting.
Yes, sculpting classes, yoga class. And all men, and you know, men are also realizing the importance of flexibility.
Right.
You know, because these men are getting older and they were active, and now things are tightening up. Their backs are getting bad, and they're realizing they have to stretch and strengthen.
Before we started, we talked a little bit about diet, and I had mentioned to you I had always thought it was like a 60-40 thing, where 60% of your diet, it's really 60% diet, 40% keeping conditioned. But you said
it's more 80-20.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it really is important, and that is you know, you hear the expression calories in, calories out, and it's true, but it's not just the calories you eat, it's the quality of the calories you eat. And there's a lot of diets out there, but you see people kind of getting away from that more and eating more of a clean-based diet. One of the easiest ways is think of the volume of food. You know, an 80-calorie apple or a 80-calorie handful of goldfish, what's going to keep you fuller? So you want to have high-quality foods, lean proteins, plant-based, whole grain carbohydrates, you know, low saturated fat foods, but you really want to try to be eating clean. And when a client comes to me all the time, I get, okay, well, I want a six-pack. And I said, abs are made in the kitchen. We can strengthen your core, but I can't chisel that out unless you clean up your diet.
Right.
And, you know, the culprits are that make that sugar, alcohol, you know, white-based foods.
Sure. Stacey, good information today. And if anybody wants to get a hold of you, they
can call Breakthrough Fitness. I'm also on Facebook, StaceySaritelli, and my email, StaceySaritelli@yahoo.com.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, and come
Thank
back.
you.
If you have more information, we'd love to have you back.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on Talk of the Town.